Here's your third ear training lesson, and if you've not worked through the first two, I really encourage you to do so, because the idea is that these lessons are progressive. There's a link underneath this video to take you back to the very first ear training lesson, so if you haven't already, start there and work through to this one. So far with the ear training exercises, we've only really been looking at the major keys. But as you know, music isn't only written in major keys, it's also written in minor keys. So today we're going to start practicing some minor key ear training. As with the very first lesson, this lesson now is going to be in several stages, and the first stage is to start by playing the scale that we're working with. And just to keep it simple, I'm going to play a G harmonic minor scale. So if you're playing alto baritone, that's the scale to play. If you're on a B flat instrument, the soprano and tenor, then you want to be playing a C harmonic minor scale. And what I'd like you to do is play the scale in root position just over 1 octave and only going up, so ascending. And play it slowly, and as you're playing it, listen to the notes that you're playing and take your time just to get tuned into the scale. As you know by now, each note within a scale can be assigned a number, and it's the same with the minor scale. The difference here is that some of the notes are flattened from what they were in the major scale. So the intervals of the harmonic minor scale go 1, 2, flattened 3, 4, 5, flattened 6, 7, and then the root note at the top. So what I'd like you to do now is play the scale again, but as you're playing up it, think about the numbers that you're playing. 1, 2, flat 3, etc. But first I'll just give a quick example so you can hear what it sounds like again and see the numbers, how they relate to the notes. And the next stage of this lesson is that we're going to play the different intervals within the scale as we did with the major scale. So first of all you play the root note, the 1, and then you'll play the second note, the 2. And as you're doing that, I want you to think about the fact that you're playing a major second interval, and then play the root note and then the flattened third. And again, as you're playing that, think about the interval that you're playing and go all the way up the scale in that same way: root second, root flat third, root fourth, etc. But first, here's an example of me doing that. And then the final stage of this minor ear training lesson is that we're going to bring in your mind's ear. So you've seen this already in the very first lesson we did. So you're going to play the first note, the root note of this harmonic minor scale, and then you will play the second note, but before you do, I want you to pause. Imagine in your mind's ear what that next note sounds like, and then play it. If you want, you can sing it before you play it, or just imagine it in your mind's ear, as I say. And then repeat the process for all of the intervals going up the scale. So play the root note, pause, imagine what the minor third sounds like, and then play that to check your answer. As with the major scale, you're not going to get this right straight away. So if you do an interval and you don't quite get it, just do it again. And then just keep practicing them. And over time, by practicing this, you'll gradually get better at doing it. So I've had some great comments and feedback from people from the first 2 ear training lessons. I'd love to hear from you about this third one. So you can either send me an email, send me a message in the Saxophone Studies meeting place, or you can just write in the comments underneath this video on YouTube. And of course, don't forget to click the link underneath this video to get the free PDF download that accompanies the lesson. Keep your eyes peeled, there's another ear training video coming soon.